So, Michael Conlan has successfully returned to the ring after a fourth round TKO win over Mickey Bateson. Now, Bateson isn't a super high level opponent. He's not mixed it with anyone at world level. And similar to Michael Conlan, has got losses on his record. I think this has been Bateson's second loss, whereas Conlan's got three. Of course, it was a good win. It was a big shot that Michael Conlan landed in the fourth round to get that TKO stoppage, and it was a punch that he would sort of been setting up throughout the fight. And lucky enough, come the fourth round, that opportunity presented itself, and Michael Conlan landed that huge shot, and that was all she wrote. He was setting up in a number of different ways. He was trying to lower that front hand and then land that clean overhand, which is what Michael Conlan ended up doing. He done that a number of ways by shooting shots up the middle, shooting them around the side, going low to the body as well, and then coming up over the top. It was a good performance, and we saw largely what we come to expect from Michael Conlan, which is the fast hands, which is the setting up of shots. But ultimately, we've seen Michael Conlan throughout his career, when he's mixed it with, well, I wouldn't even say he's mixed it with world level guys. He's lost to Lee Wood, who, yes, would win a world title and mix it with world level guys. But the other two guys that we lost to, these guys aren't really anyone. If we're being honest, these aren't big names in the sport of boxing at all. And these are guys who stopped Michael Conlan back to back. I've not got their names in front of me now, but it does sort of go to show that maybe in the UK we've got an unrealistic expectation of Team GB boxers. Where Michael Conlan, yes, he was at the 2016 Olympics and did reach the quarterfinal. When I think automatically when we hear, a Team GB boxer's turned pro, we're expecting him to go on to become a world champion. Now maybe that's a slightly unrealistic expectation to have, but was the expectation nonetheless. And he's definitely fallen short of that mark and will likely never reach world level, because at this point I think he's taken too much damage in those three losses. He's proven that he's too chinny, and if you're losing to the guys who he's lost to, you're not even making it to the Figueroas, you're not even making it to the Bruce Carringtons, you're not making it to the Stephen Fultons. Now, if you were to fight those guys, I don't fancy Michael Conlan at all. I think Michael Conlan will get banged out, particularly by Bruce Carrington and Steve Fulton. He'd get banged out quite badly, and would probably be the end of his career. So that does sort of go to show that maybe the expectation was a bit unrealistic with Michael Conlan, but all he can do is beat who's in front of him. And he's done that against Bateson, done it in the fourth round. He didn't take a ton of damage, and I'm sure Michael Conlan, he'll be looking to get his career back on track. I'm really trying to make a run for a world title. I don't really see him being able to do it successfully, but of course that's his aim. His aim is going to be to win a world championship and get those big paydays. I think he's made that clear. So he's one step closer to doing that by getting that big TKO win over Bateson. But I'd be curious to know what you guys think of Michael Conlan. Where do you think he's going to go next? Do you think... I don't think he's going to get a world title fight next, but you never know. Stranger things have happened in the sport of boxing. Michael Conlan, even though he's got two bad back-to-back losses in his hometown, Michael Conlan's still a name that people will buy tickets to see. And if you can put him in there against another big name, maybe in Ireland, who knows? Who knows? But yeah, another episode of the Seth Solo Cyclist in the bag. Like I said, I'd be curious to know what you guys think of Michael Conlan, what you think of this comeback. And yeah, another episode in the bag, and I'm out. Peace.